Hello.
So, hello,
Nice
Mr.
to see
Hale.
you.
It's
How's
nice
your
to see you.
children?
My children are well, but I've entered teen zone,
Oh, bless your heart.
starting high school, starting middle school.
That's a lot. Mine's
lot.
starting, mine's 12. She's going into 7th grade, so
Yeah.
it comes with a lot of anxiety for me.
For me, I'm like, oh, we're going to be getting a learner's permit a year
Boy,
and a
girl,
half. Two boys.
2 boys, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of, please take a shower kind of stuff.
Sure.
Just the
Deodorant.
normal middle school
Who needs
boy.
deodorant? It's overrated.
Normal middle school boy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's always like, do your homework and keeping everybody to their practices.
Yeah,
I'll be glad when they can drive on one hand.
I know. Someone was telling me that recently, and I'm like, I'm kind of hoping that they have the Uber, like self-driving stuff, like fully happening, because I think kids in LA and New York, I've heard this, they're not really into driving. Like, there's just kind of, I've heard that, and like they Uber everywhere. And actually, as a parent, I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. Kind of. But I'm also like, don't get in cars with strangers.
Sure.
But
they have these ones that are like, you can like, I've heard this might be happening, but you can kind of screen maybe, or just kind of, if they're kids or something like that. I don't know. I might be wrong.
But always go with a friend anyway.
Always go with a friend.
Yes. So maybe then it's okay.
This is becoming a public service announcement.
Well, we're parents.
We are parents.
We do what we can. We're always helping.
Yeah.
You're never not parenting someone.
You're never not parenting someone. We got good natural light coming on us.
Mm-hmm. I like it. We look very fancy, very much.
I always like talking to a Southerner. I do. I miss all my Southern friends. Because you're in Raleigh? No.
I'm in Greenville.
Oh, you're
South
in Greenville.
Carolina.
Oh, yeah, because my brother went to Furman.
Okay, yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
right there. That's right, yeah.
I know, because my sister's in Raleigh, but my brother went to Furman.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we love it there. And I can come up and do this kind of stuff.
I know.
I can, it's amazing.
Gorgeous day in New York.
Maybe the best day we've had in ages.
Yeah.
I brought my son in April.
Saying we like it's our city.
I know, we don't.
We're having amazing weather up here.
They did it just for us.
They really did. Thank you.
I come here sometimes.
Last time I saw you was at Comic-Con.
Yes,
on the street.
Street people.
We were street people. We were trying to find like a nook to do an interview.
Oh, my word. And I just had a picture with Dave Franco, who thought I was a fangirl waiting for him. I wasn't. But I do like my picture.
Sure.
I mean, he offered. That was okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you, Dave. That's nice.
It was very nice.
I'm talking to Dave now. I'm like, I know him.
I know.
I don't know him.
I don't either.
I'm owning the city of New York, and I'm talking to Dave Franco like I know him.
But it's okay, because we're regular people. And that's what regular people do.
Fully regular people.
I watched a royal wedding on Saturday
that
I wasn't even invited to. I got up at 6 a.m. Wasn't invited.
Okay, this is what's sad. And this did not happen on purpose. I actually just woke up at 4 and couldn't get back to sleep because I haven't been sleeping great. And I was like, all right, well, I'm up. So I watched a lot of it at 4:30 in the morning. And I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it. I loved the kid playing the cello.
Oh, he was amazing.
He was amazing. The choir. Actually, the guy who preached was from North Carolina.
He was. Mike something.
He was great.
He was great.
It was a very entertaining wedding. She looked beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She seems nice. He seems nice.
You already went to church. You didn't have to go Sunday morning. That was nice.
And what a processional, that whole when they're in the carriage. It seems like a lot coming at them. Like that kind of energy. I don't know if we're made to have that much energy come at us. And man, how you process gosh, that's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. It's like, and she's an actor. Like, I wonder if she separates that okay. Like, feeling like you want to enjoy your wedding day.
Of course,
personally.
That's the thing.
But then it's kind of like you're performing.
Yeah. And there's millions and millions of people watching you. Because as they were doing it, you just think, like, where's that camera angle? Oh, there's a camera, like, in a window of the town. Like, they were getting every angle of everything. And it felt like a little bit like The Truman Show.
Yes, it did. It was the ultimate reality TV.
It was the ultimate reality TV, and I watched every minute of it.
Yeah, so did I. I think scripted might be easier.
Yeah, a little more controlled.
Yeah, well, you can do a redo.
You can say cut and go to craft service, fill your belly, and come back.
Have a juice.
Yeah.
Good. You're in LA, I bet it's lots of green juice.
Out a little bit.
Yeah.
No one knows. I may or may not have done that in my career.
It's all right.
It is all right.
It's a normal thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to keep going. Tell me about Buster. His hand looks better in the trailer.
Well, his hand is kind of it's under, in last season he had a very large hand.
Right.
And then the skin came off, and he has a Terminator hand happening, and it's both sad and hilarious. And he has actually a lot of different hands happening this season, but he spends a lot of jail time. He's in jail a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, because something happened at the last end of season 4 to my girlfriend, Miss Liza Minnelli.
Yes.
Lucille too, and was traumatic for all, mainly for Buster.
Of course.
And he got taken away by the police. He's the lead suspect.
I know. I don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe it. And I don't think Buster wants to believe it. I mean, Buster is already in a state of paralyzing fear all the time. So to be put in that situation with all eyes on him, I mean, it was like a negative version of the royal wedding.
It was. And I see that they're bringing politics into play.
There's a lot of politics happening. There's always been a lot of politics happening on Arrested, though. Like things, like this time around, I mean, you know, Lucille, who's my mother on the show, played by Jessica Walters, she kind of predicted the wall. She says, we need to build a wall. And this was all before the whole Trump stuff with the wall. And so, guys, we're just very prophetic.
It does feel a little prophetic.
It's a little prophetic.
It is weird how some of the stuff that sounds crazy then comes true.
It happened on Veep too, where it was like things would. I remember there was Selena had a book called Continuity with Change that she put out, which makes no sense.
None.
And then I think this prime minister in Australia or something like that had a similar logo or slogan. Yeah. And we were like, what? Like, it was just, it's weird that it happened when we did it. Yeah,
but art imitates life.
Art is imitating life.
Yeah, and sometimes when you go to a crazy place, you know, because when you're being creative, I feel like you have this license where you can be well, what if?
Yeah. What if? And then you see it on CNN, and you're like, wait. You're like,
somebody else thought, what if? Only really.
Yeah. It's actually happening. So that's a little strange.
Yeah, it is strange. Did it feel like, in the age of, like, all these shows coming back, I mean, you guys had kind of a comeback, and then a big break, and another comeback.
Yeah. Did it feel weird?
Yeah, I mean, does it feel like you're part of a club?
Yeah. It's a gift because I love Buster. I love sitting in that neurosis all the time. He's got such a physicality to him where everything is in a state of defense, and I love playing that. But each time it comes with a bit of anxiety of, can we match expectations? What's going to happen? But there's something about being around the cast and getting back in the penthouse and the model home and hearing Jessica Walters' voice, who has this very degrading, passive-aggressive tone. It's just Pavlovian. And I'm just like, all right, Buster's back.
She is really that kind of mother.
Oof.
Archer, oh my word. Oof. Like, she can play it.
She can play
It's a different mother, but just that whole kind of like,
it's dark.
I'm the mother.
Yes. She plays it well.
I really look up to her. Maybe that'll be me someday. What if?
Yep. I don't want that. I don't want art imitating that life. Don't hope for that.
Only kidding, kids.
Your sons are like, huh?
What? No, they're like, you don't let us watch those shows.
What shows are?
Well, I would probably let them watch Archer. I probably would let them start watching Arrested Development now.
Yeah,
the high schooler.
I've actually, mine's 12. Probably in like a couple of years, the pilot. I think just to kind of see if she gets it, because it's pretty dense, and there's a lot going on, and sometimes it's hard to follow. I mean, I will say I read the scripts, shot the show this time, and we had a screening last week, and it wasn't until the premiere where I saw it, and maybe it's because I'm a visual learner that I finally begin to get it. So, it's a lot to unfold.
Yeah, my mom was like, I don't really get that show.
Oh, my parents don't get it, and it's been 15 years. There's something I put out recently, I think. Oh, it was Jimmy Kimmel was doing this thing that was like text from mom.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom's text said, because they just moved to Vero Beach, and they said, our new friends are loving Arrested Development. We still don't get it. And I was like, thanks. You're my parents.
Do they still watch it, though?
I think they watch parts. Yeah. They enjoy Veep. But Arrested it's a lot. It's a lot to take. But then I have other friends that are really, really like it.
Yeah. Well, Veep is a little bit...
happening.
Yeah. It's less artsy. I always think of Arrested Development as kind of not experimental, but more.
It's very experimental. At the time, it was very experimental.
Very. Yeah. Maybe that's why it didn't seem as much of an experiment now.
Yeah,
but
and so out of the box.
Right.
You know, I would never expect some of the storylines. I'd never expect things to happen. And anytime I had an idea, Mitch was like, that's funny, but I think I'm doing this. And I'm just like, oh, that's so much better. And I would never have thought about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas Veep's kind of straight.
Yeah, and it's definitely, it's got many, many surprises.
Definitely.
But then you watch CNN and you're like, well, that's its own political satire.
Yeah, Veep's more fun to watch.
Yeah. You don't feel guilty.
None. Zero guilt. Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, that's okay.
Guilt laughing at CNN.
Yeah. But you have like two groups of friend family, work people.
I have two families that I really care about that I work with. They're Rusted and Veep, and they're both so different. Yeah. But I love it. I love both of them.
Yeah. Well, it's just both great things for everybody to watch.
Yeah. At least both characters are in a state of fear, constantly on the defense. But it's fun to play.
I don't feel like you're constantly in a state of fear. As a person.
I think I used to be. I think I used to be a pretty anxious kid. I still struggle with anxiety, but I mean, post-therapy, I think I've hopefully brought some more self-awareness to it.
Yeah. So maybe you can touch back to a little bit. I mean, I guess everybody's a little fearful when a lot of kids are.
Totally. And I think there's something to be said about someone who walks around and is just like, well, I'm not having any fear. I'm like, well, you're spinning on a planet. And that's just kind of odd. There's a part of you that recognizes that.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's odd. So, of course, we don't have any certain, I mean, I believe in God and I believe he loves me, but I still walk around going like, I'm spinning on a planet. Like I can't see God. You know, it's like I experience it. You know, it's all that kind of, there's a lot of that. And for someone to be like, well, it's like, really? No, there's a part of you that's aware of that.
Yeah, or they just live in a fantasy world. I mean, one or the other.
Or just check out, which I kind of probably used to.
Yeah, just kind of pretend.
I think I just wasn't very present. I just kind of checked out, and I'm trying to be a little more grounded and present.
Yeah, which is good since we're parents.
Yeah, having kids wakes you up. I remember when my daughter was born, and one big lesson she taught me was haven't been very present, and one thing you have to be is present with a baby because you got to keep them alive. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit! I mean, I need to just be here. I can't be somewhere else in my head.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's part of it all the time.
It is.
And then you can't turn that off, and then you have to just remember, God loves this person. This person is its own person.
That's
hard. And I just have to do my best.
It's hard. And it's hard they need to make mistakes, and you can't take care of it for them, and all that stuff. That's hard.
I hate having them have natural consequences lot because I'd like to save them from them. But then I'm like, oh my word, please have a natural consequence now at 13 and not when you're 23.
Yes.
You know, like the big ones. Let's go ahead while you're home with mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I totally hear that. And also there's just a sweetness and vulnerability and gullibleness, if that's the word, to kind of the life. And then when you see them experiencing the world and seeing, you're just like, you really want to put like a bubble around them.
Definitely.
You know, like do not say that around her. Do not, you know, it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want that. Sometimes it's not like people are like, don't say bad words. I'm like, okay. But really, sometimes I don't want kids to know about school shootings or
all of the social media stuff.
Or like, I don't want somebody sending them a message on the PlayStation. That's a weirdo.
Yes. YouTube.
You know? Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
We've had to, anyways,
Yes. No. I'm with you. Actually, all the parents are with you.
Yeah.
You know,
it's because
everybody has the same struggle.
It comes from a very innocent place, but when you're looking at something and they have all those other videos on the side, it's so easy for them to click on something that is, they just weren't expecting, and it's just like,
Yep. Yeah, and it's no good. Mm-mm. You know what is good?
What?
Arrested Development.
Hey, May 29th.
Can't wait to watch.
Me too. I actually don't really know. I mean, I have an idea of what's going to happen, but I'm very interested to see when it comes out, just to find out what's going on.
Yeah, because he edits in kind of an interesting way.
He like, a lot of his structuring happens after shooting. So he really works a lot in the edit booth to kind of find stories sometimes. And so I'm always like, oh, that's why I was wearing that hand. Oh, that's why I did that.
People should set up a GoFundMe for your hand.
Oh, that's so nice. That's nice.
Donate to charity. If somebody does it, it goes to charity.
Yes.
That's not in the banana stand.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching.
Me too.
Wait.
I'm a fan myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, they're your friends. You always cheer on your friends, right?
Yes, exactly.
I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. Well, it was nice to chat.
Coming. I know. I love this. We need to always. This need to be an annual thing.
I'd love it. Anytime. Anytime we got stuff going.